Welcome back to another video in Victory Point Cafe's 5 in 5 series, where we give you 5 great gaming recommendations in 5 minutes. Now, often when we play games, we want an engaging, theme-invoking foray into crazy worlds where we can wield magic, forge kingdoms. But sometimes we just want some black and white cards that help us make jokes so we can all chuckle. I'm Antonio, and I'm one of the game gurus here at VPC, and here are 5 games that make us laugh. Snake Oil plays similar to other party favorites, such as Apples to Apples or Cards Against Humanity, so it's very familiar for many people and really easy to learn. What makes Snake Oil more interesting than its more famous peers, though, is that as a player, your job is just getting started when you pick your cards. In this game, everyone is a snake oil salesman in the days of the Wild West, trying to push your goofy products of questionable effectiveness on players that are currently the customer. To name your products, you're going to pick 2 cards from your hand, but the real game is in the pitch. Each player gets a chance to pitch their juice jacket or hope socks or even murder toilet to the fellow player who may have taken the role of a superhero, person trapped in a desert island, or simply a crazy dictator. Many of us will remember playing a game of telephone once or twice in our childhood, but have you ever wondered how much more crazy things might get if you mashed up telephone with Pictionary? Well, if you didn't, don't worry, because someone has done all the work for us. Telus Tration has players trading off words, guessing the original words from the drawing and back and forth, until each person's drawing comes back around to them. If you thought it was hilarious seeing how I Like Movies got turned into I Have Cooties as a kid, you'll really get a kick out of someone guessing Barbara when you meant to draw a brain surgeon. Inspired by the iconic works of artist Edward Gorey, Gloom has its players selecting a family of odd and often creepy characters that you will then try to give the worst day possible to before killing off. This fun twist on what players expect, mixed with the game's great art and funny flavor text, sets you up to tell a hilarious story about how your family had the worst day possible and all died. Yes, this game's going to be a little dark for some, as the killing people off might keep some parents from playing this with their kids. But for those of us that don't have such qualms, Gloom can be a truly hilarious storytelling/gaming experience. Like Snake Oil, Say Anything is a game that builds upon the success of Apples to Apples and Cards Against Humanity. However, while the cards in Apples to Apples might not be interesting enough for some of the more grown-up gamers in your group, and the fact that Cards Against Humanity can be too offensive for some, Say Anything lets you draw the lines yourself. Just like those other 2 games, Say Anything will have a judge who puts a question or a fill-in-the-blank phrase to the group, who then, instead of picking a card from your hand, will write down whatever they want on the card in front of them and hand that to the judge. The ability to have essentially endless numbers of answers mixed with the fact that you can choose your own type of humor makes this one a clear favorite of the cafe. Time's Up, as the name suggests, is a game where people work under the pressure of a 30-second timer to guess the word or phrase that their teammate is trying to guide them towards. Sounds familiar, right? But there are a couple of interesting twists in this game that add to the classic formula. For starters, everyone on the team picks the cards that are going to be given in the game, giving a level of familiarity to start with. Second, you keep the same words and phrases for each round, but it's what the clue giver can do that changes. In the first round, the game's like Taboo. You can say almost anything. In the second round, you can only give 1-word clues. And in the last round, all you can do is act it out. This not only balances out the fact that some of the same cards are used over and over again, but it really puts a spotlight on one of the most confusing aspects of the human experience: perspective. Well, that's it for our video, and that's it for our list. Don't forget to leave any comments or grievances in the comments below, or you can always come by and argue with us in person and try any of these great games. Thanks again for watching, and as always, game on.